जो अपने आप के साथ कॉन्वर्सेशन ऑन डेली बेसिस करते हैं, क्योंकि एक दिन में 24 घंटे होते हैं एंड दैट कैन डिफाइन योर लाइफ। तो अगर 24 घंटे में हम नेगेटिव बातें करते रहेंगे उसके साथ, तो वी कैन नेवर अचीव आवर ड्रीम्स। एंड इफ सपोज पेरेंट्स की साथ भी दे रहे हैं, फ्रेंड्स की साथ भी दे रहे हैं, talking everything against our dreams, still if we have faith in our dreams, then obviously we should stay positive in our conversation also.
I'm an anchor. The fame or the position what I carry comes after the experience. But I will always be remembered as an anchor. So it's not something that this particular project is something that will not match my standards of course.
अगर हमारे माँ बाप भी यही बोलते थे कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब करो, क्योंकि जहाँ भी चैलेंज आता है हमें हमेशा ये बताते हैं कि फेलियर से डरो, घबराओ फेलियर से, क्योंकि वो प्रॉब्लम दे सकता है, जबकि अपॉर्चुनिटीज उस फियर को ओवरकम करने में ही है।
बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ हमने मानी, बेटी को पढ़ा दी, अब क्या करेगी बेटी? अब बेटी शादी करके चली जाएगी और उसे वही करना होगा जो उसके इन-लॉज या उसके हस्बैंड डिसाइड करें।
क्योंकि वो शाहरुख खान का एक डायलॉग याद आता है मेरे को, अगर कोई चीज को दिल से चाहो तो
कहते हैं अगर किसी चीज को दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुमसे मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है।
नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम टू यूथक्वेक। ये जो पॉडकास्ट मैंने शुरू किया है, इसका मेन उद्देश्य है कि लोगों को ये समझाना कि डिसिप्लिन इज ग्रेटर देन मोटिवेशन। और इसी मंत्र से मैं आज की शुरुआत करना चाहता हूँ कोई एक ऐसी गेस्ट के साथ जिन्होंने इस एग्जाम्पल को पे खरे उतरे हैं। उनका नाम है शैरन नागपाल। वो एक एंकर है, वो एक मोटिवेशनल स्पीकर है, पब्लिक स्पीकर भी हैं। उन्होंने काफ़ी टाइम से, पिछले 10 सालों से इस लाइन में वो काम कर रहे हैं। इवन वो अमीषा पटेल के थ्रू बेस्ट एंकर का अवार्ड भी जीत चुके हैं। तो ज़्यादा वेट नहीं कराते हुए मैं शुरू करना चाहूँगा ये पॉडकास्ट। हाय शैरन।
हाय विशाल, आई एम सो हैप्पी। आई लव द इंट्रोडक्शन। इतनी पूरी जिंदगी मैंने लोगों को इंट्रोडक्शन दिए and I'm very happy to have that for me.
I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it.
And you deserve it.
I'm very happy to hear that.
So पॉडकास्ट की शुरुआत हम आपकी जर्नी से करना चाहेंगे because it is a worth explaining and sharing it with the audience because we have an audience right now which is like somewhere distracted because of social media and the usage of technology.
Right.
Somewhere down the line I believe that technology को अगर proper तरीके से use किया जाए तो it can be a very good tool. Otherwise it is very harmful. And unfortunately आज की तारीख में teenagers हों या फिर kids हों, they are taking it as a liability.
Yeah.
So they are getting addicted to it and they are not understanding, and even parents are not aware about it. So you being an inspirational person, you tell us that what has been your story, how you entered in this journey, and what are the major key things which you usually do to stay motivated and you keep going.
So the first thing that you said about the technology, I think, okay, apart from the journey, I would just like to comment that that's very true. It should be your powerful servant, not your master. It should be used as a resource, as a tool to help you grow. One day if you're dependent on the technology, it will rule you, it will control you. With the next generation, I think they are aware of it, but only we are the generation, the millennials, who have seen the transition where we used to have the landline for the communication. And we used to have that dabba phone which had nothing.
Right.
We have seen that transition. So for us, hard work by own, like doing it manually was always a thing. I think for that matter I feel lucky also. There's a lot of things that we know how to do it by ourselves. We're not dependent on some app like Google Maps or something. Like for example, we are not dependent so much on technology that we have to have all the answers through a device. So that is what it is. And coming back to the journey you want to know. So I was also someone like just like I said that people who are very creative. I don't think so that they find out that particular destination at the very early age.
Right.
They always they never know that what path they will lead to. Be it makeup artists, be it influencers, be it content creators. If you would have asked them at the age of 15 or maybe when they are in 12th standard, that what do you want to become? They would never say that I want to become an actress or maybe a content creator, influencer, makeup artist, model, anything like that, right? But then they paved their path because they are creative, and creative by that means it could be anything, painting, dance, anything which is creative. So when I started, I was also pursuing CMA, which is cost management accountancy, just like CA. And I have done my masters in banking. I was a banker, and that is when I realized that I can never do 9 to 5. It was very clear. I figured that out at a very early age that this is something that I will never be able to do every day. So that is where I know that when one door is closed, I have to find out which are the doors open for me.
Of course.
And back then I was always a hustler, achiever, hard worker. So I started something which was creative. That was area of my interest. So we used to do candlelight dinner dates for our clients.
Okay.
So we had a page called Surprises and More, which is still there. It's an event company page now. So back then we used to do candlelight dinner dates and party decor things for our clients. That time I was also working in a bank.
Okay.
So when we used to do this, I could see the difference, what I am able to do. How much hard work I am able to do that side, and how much am I able to put in effort for someone else in a bank. Am I ready to do sales?
Of course.
Am I ready to do all of it? So I did work for some time, then I decided to quit. So it's a very nice story. When I decided to quit, I told my bank manager that I don't want to continue my job. And he was elder. He was like, you're very young and you are making stupid decisions. Out of no experience, you want to pursue a business, this and that, etc. You will see, you will fail and all. Years later, I did my event in the same bank, and my paycheck for one day was exactly the same of my stipend of salary of 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the difference. So that was a day to answer.
That was a good reason to continue.
Exactly. So that was an answer to the manager that it's nothing like that. I don't say that people who are doing job, they are also very good, but they are liking doing it. They are okay doing that. They don't want to take that stress after the job hours that now. We as a human, I don't think so, rest any day. Every time we have some other thing in mind. There are no Sundays. There are no technical holidays. So everything has a pro and cons. Talking about the journey, I started my event company. Be it apart from the anchoring, I did a lot of events, big events, public events, corporate events, wedding events. I had summed up a lot of money because till that point I have also asked my dad a lot of money to put in so many studies. So I didn't want to ask him to now put in more money for this and that. So whatever I earned, I invested in a course called image consultancy. I became an image consultant and a soft skill trainer where I used to consult people on how to dress, communicate, what should be their body language, everything. And that is how public speaking was a part of it. Since I was also doing events, I started practicing as a public speaker, hosting events of my clients, weddings, corporates, baby shower, initially, birthdays, everything. So that's how it clicked me that this is the exact creative space that I can have on stage, presenting myself at best, speaking for my audience, interacting with them, making sure the show is hit. As an anchor, I love that. So yeah, that is how it started.
So it is a very beautiful journey.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the audience will be very much impressed and would definitely want to move in this path.
Yeah.
Because problem ये होती है कि एक टाइम पे मोटिवेशन सबको मिल जाता है, मे बी फ्रेंड से मिल जाता है, पेरेंट्स से मिल जाता है, लेकिन मोटिवेशन तो टेम्पररी होती है.
Exactly.
Discipline is something which is permanent. और डिसिप्लिन के लिए it is very important to have a very positive conversation with yourself.
Correct. That's
So, like in this manner, I'm coming out to the point which is related to self-talk. हम जो अपने आप के साथ conversation on a daily basis करते हैं या फिर on a minute to minute basis करते हैं, क्योंकि एक दिन में 24 घंटे होते हैं and that can define your life. तो अगर 24 घंटे में हम नेगेटिव बातें करते रहेंगे खुद के साथ, तो we can never achieve our dreams. And if suppose parents भी साथ नहीं दे रहे हैं, friends भी साथ नहीं दे रहे हैं, they are talking everything against our dreams. Still, if we have faith in our dreams, then obviously we need to stay positive in our conversation also.
That's true.
तो इस तरह से हमें डिसिप्लिन की बात समझ में आती है कि ये चीज कंटिन्यू करना है तो खुद से कॉन्वर्सेशन पॉजिटिव रहना चाहिए. तो डिड यू आल्सो गेट इनटू दिस काइंड ऑफ बैरियर ऑफ सेल्फ कॉन्वर्सेशन?
I think I mean nobody is perfect and I was never a very positive person. Wow, हो ही जाएगा. I also had my backlogs. When I left the job, there was no paycheck in the end of the month. But I was very clear कि I can't do 9 to 5. पैसों के लिए ये तो नहीं कि आप कर ही पाओगे. So there were months and months wherein the amount of money was not getting credited. But I really enjoyed doing my work, and by God's grace, the hard work that I did, the passion that I put in, was also reciprocated by the universe.
हाँ, of course.
Okay. So what I feel is that you need to also figure it out that what are you manifesting and what actually universe is ready to give you. See, this is a very secretive thing that I want to tell you, because I don't want to distract the audience just by motivating them. Keep going. Pave your path smartly. Like, are you good at it? You know that Ikigai, right? So what it says is that there are different subjects. Are you good at it?
Right.
Do you really enjoy it? Can you make money out of it? Is it worth doing this particular time, etc.? And then there is this common thing that comes out, right? So what I feel is that you need to be also practical. What worked for me is that I was confident on stage. I knew my craft. I knew how to interact and engage with the audience. People loved observing me, enjoying me. They started booking me for more number of shows.
Right.
So it was not a crazy hustle. But for example, if I can see that something is not working for me, then I also have to make certain decisions, some hard decisions of letting it go. Not just because I enjoy doing it, I should do it. For example, I enjoy doing makeup, but I am not that good makeup artist like others are. There are so many apt makeup artists, but some or the other, when I take the brush, I don't have that finishing line that makeup artist actually has. I enjoy doing makeup, but am I good at it? Should not confuse these things. Is what I feel that in the name of motivation, you should not also waste your time. I also believe a bit of astrology. Honestly, I really studied. I saw what's coming for me.
Okay.
I knew that I can be good at it. This can work for me. So there were a lot of things that I took into consideration, which worked for me, and it was never a go back. But I would say yes, one thing is for sure, luck is one thing, everything is one thing, but what drives you is hard work, persistence and consistency. You might get 10 opportunities, but if you decide that चलो आज सो जाते हैं कल करेंगे,
of course.
पूरी दिन काम करने के बाद 11 बजे भी नहीं ताकत है इसे मैं कल कॉन्फ्रेंस पे इससे कल बात कर लूंगी, वो इवेंट चला जाएगा, वो अपॉर्चुनिटी चली जाएगी. अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलना एस्ट्रो डेस्टिनी यूनिवर्स गॉड का काम हो सकता है. आपने उसके लिए कितना दम लगा के उस पे कंसंट्रेशन with all your discipline and hard work, you put in everything to make sure you grab that opportunity in favor, is something that comes with discipline and hard work. So I feel everything is needed for that.
तो कितना काम की रिस्पेक्ट करते हुए इम्पोर्टेंट है. काम तो आ जाता है, लेकिन मान लो वो काम की अपन रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करते हैं तो आज नहीं तो कल वो चला भी जाएगा और फिर वो रेफरेंसेस भी नहीं आते हैं.
Exactly, and I think I can vouch this for myself that I have never done that. I have not valued a certain any project. Like I have never done that. This project is small for me, for my position. I don't do it because I enjoy my craft. I enjoy my audience. So I have always made sure that even years and years later, if I think that this particular project will be not good for my profile, I don't think that way. I'm an anchor. The fame or the position what I carry comes after the experience. But I will always be remembered as an anchor.
True.
So it's not something that this particular project is something it will not match my standards of hosting. I don't do it. So I think that is also a respect that you give to your work.
Right.
You don't judge your work. Of course, as an artist in the world of industry, in the fraternity, there are things that is being calculated. That as an artist, which kind of projects are you choosing?
Right.
With God's grace, I have got all nice projects. Having said that, there are projects that might not suit. Like for example, there are small events. But if they're ready to pay the budget that I quote, the commercials, I do it.
course.
Not only just as a point of view of budget, but also as a point of view, this is my work.
And it is also about networking कि मान लो कोई project ऐसा है which is not a big project but your dedication, your efforts कि तुम्हारी नीयत कैसी है काम के प्रति, that also counts. And they refer you to bigger projects. And that brings to a very big important point which is purpose of life. बहुत कम लोग सही टाइम पे अपना पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ समझ पाते हैं.
ये एक्चुअली सही बात है.
और इसका एक कारण ये भी है कि अपन एक रोबोटिक जिंदगी जी रहे हैं या फिर आर वी फिगरिंग आउट आवरसेल्फ. क्योंकि इस दुनिया में बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जो अपने आप को नहीं पहचान पाते इवन आफ्टर लिविंग अ लॉन्ग लाइफ, और दुनिया को समझने की जरूर कोशिश रहती है उनकी. और जो लोग अपने आप को फिगर आउट कर ले, दैट इज अ बेटर वे टू डील विद एनीथिंग. क्योंकि अगर खुद को पहचानेंगे तभी दुनिया को अपन समझ पाएंगे.
Discovering yourself.
Right. So purpose of life is something which is like understanding your why. Why your why. Anybody's why. Like why have you come to this universe? अगर इस दुनिया में आए हो, it is not about कि एक 9 से 6 की ड्यूटी करनी है और 40-50 साल नौकरी करी, अपने परिवार को संभाला, and then once like at the old age you have regrets. Because regrets तभी आता है जब हम वो चीज नहीं करते जिस चीज के लिए यूनिवर्स ने हमें बनाया था.
सही बात है.
और इसका कारण ये भी होता है कि हम अपनी जिम्मेदारियों के पीछे भागते हैं. और एक कारण ये भी है कि हमारी परवरिश कैसी है, हमारे दोस्त कैसे हैं.
क्योंकि the average of 5 person you spend your time with.
Right. तो इंडिया में I have ironically it is a very big problem कि हमारा जो समाज है, हमारे जो माँ बाप है या हमारे जो दोस्त हैं, वो हमेशा हमें नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन में ज्यादा भेजते हैं. And they don't want us to chase our dreams. They don't want us to be confident. मतलब मान लो कोई ऐसी चीज है which is very difficult to achieve, तो वो पहला नोशन यही आएगा कि don't do it, don't try it, follow the comfortable path. अगर हमारे माँ बाप भी यही बोलते थे कि गवर्नमेंट जॉब करो, क्योंकि जहां भी चैलेंज आता है फियर हमें हमेशा ये बताते हैं कि फेलियर से डरो, घबराओ फेलियर से, क्योंकि वो प्रॉब्लम दे सकता है. जबकि अपॉर्चुनिटीज उस फियर को ओवरकम करने में ही है. तो नाउ पर्पस ऑफ लाइफ यू हैव रियलाइज्ड इट इनिशियली or with time you have realized?
Of course it has increased. You've put a very important and very good point for anyone, purpose of life. So I feel like I'm happy that at the early age the purpose of life in terms of career was quite clear. Not in all areas of life. Life is part and parcel of so many things. If you provide something, you are not that good at something else. So when it comes to career, yes, my purpose of life was quite clear at early age, and it get even more clear. It was getting more clear and clear and clear, and it had even more intense clarity when I paved that path more confidently. Initially, only like I said that I closed the doors that I cannot do 9 to 5. I can't utilize my creative skills. So I was clear that my purpose of life is to something which speaks about my identity, which breaks the silence in the room. Oh, she's doing that. That is very clear. I'm a go-getter. I'm an achiever. I am not someone who can do 10 things which other laymen might have done. So I was very clear that I want to create that space for me, which creates that identity, which creates a name of mine which has been spoken in the room full of people. So that is something I was very clear. Which part to be taken for that was still, of course, I was evaluating, but I really enjoyed the process and I was clear for that part. That what am I meant to be, and I never looked back. I was very clear that no, not money, not less opportunities, or not anything will take this from me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Actually, ये इसलिए भी हो पाया क्योंकि अपन बड़ी नीयत से, प्रॉपर नीयत से ये काम कर रहे थे.
With a clear intention.
क्योंकि वो शाहरुख खान का एक डायलॉग याद आता है मेरे को कि अगर कोई चीज को दिल से चाहो तो
किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात उसे तुम्हें मिलाने के
साजिश करेगी.
साजिश करेगी.
So एक बात इससे ये भी आती है कि हमारे जो अपब्रिंगिंग है, लाइक हम घर, हमारा जो घर है, माँ बाप हैं, वो हमें हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि ध्यान से रहो, बहुत सिक्योर कर देते हैं हमें, कहीं ना कहीं
कंट्रोलिंग हो जाता है।
और वो बच्चे की जो रियल पोटेंशियल है या रियल क्वालिटी है, उसको वो फिगर आउट करने की उसको भी नहीं कोशिश करने देते हैं।
हाँ।
पहली बात तो ये है कि वो खुद भी नहीं करते हैं,
हाँ।
और उसको भी नहीं कोशिश करने देते हैं कि वो जो पसंद करता है।
हाँ।
क्योंकि मान लो किसी बच्चे को क्रिकेट खेलना है और उसको ये बोल दिया जाता है कि तेरे दोस्त के 95% आए हैं और तेरे तो इतने कम परसेंट आए हैं, तो ऐसे कैसे चलेगा। तो वो जो प्रेशर है ना बच्चे का, वो उसको, इट इज नॉट अलाउइंग हिम और हर टू ओपन द विंग्स, which is
That's
very,
true.
very
But I
difficult.
think I don't know. I mean, I am not that much aware कि how much this is still happening.
हाँ हाँ
People around me or parents around me are not that stubborn about it. But I'm sure that there are major parts of the country where people are facing this.
एक्चुअली इट हैपेंस,
Yeah.
इट इज लाइक मेजॉरिटी में है ये सिचुएशन। क्योंकि इसका शायद एक कारण है कि जैसे जो चीज खुद के साथ होती है ना, वो रिपीट करते हैं हम नेक्स्ट जनरेशन को।
Yeah.
नाउ सपोज मिलेनियल्स ने कोई चीज फेस करी है सिमिलर टू दीज लाइंस, तो ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि वो बहुत चेंज ले आएंगे।
I think they will.
Or-
I think they will make sure that that is not happening with their next generation because they don't want to be unfair to them because they have faced it, no?
आई एग्री टू योर पॉइंट, बट टू अ मिनिमम एक्सटेंट तो ये हो जाता है। लार्जर एक्सटेंट तक इसलिए नहीं हो पाता क्योंकि एक सिंपल एग्जांपल है कि सपोज somebody is working in a corporate,
Yeah.
और उस कॉर्पोरेट में जो सीनियर पर्सन है, ही इज लाइक मूविंग अप द लैडर, वो सक्सेस की सीढ़ियां चढ़ रहा है। एंड यू आल्सो नो कि इतना पावर पॉलिटिक्स है कि व्हेन यू आर मूविंग अप, तो जो आपके सीनियर हैं दे डू थिंग्स व्हिच आर वेरी
There are office
अनहेल्दी।
politics are there.
हाँ, तो जब वो अनहेल्दी सिचुएशन को एक्सेप्ट करके आगे बढ़ता है, तो उसके अंदर भी वो एक्रीमोनियस बिहेवियर आ जाता है।
I think that's there, but that is because
फिर वो ट्रांसफर करता है
हाँ.
टू द नेक्स्ट जनरेशन। मैंने आज तक कभी ये नहीं देखा जो कोई ये कहे कि जो मेरे साथ हुआ है ना, इफ एनीथिंग हैज हैपेंड डर्टी और बैड,
I will not pass that.
हाँ, मैं पास नहीं करूंगा।
I think वो डिपेंड करता है कि रिश्ता कौन सा है आगे। अगर आपकी अपने है ना आगे, for example, your kids,
हाँ,
your siblings, your next generation which are close to you, your house, then it doesn't happen. और हाँ, in professional front I think maybe because यार मैंने अपनी घिसाई है ना, मेरे नीचे वालों को भी घिसानी पड़ेगी।
इसका एक सर्कल है शायद, लाइक इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग कि जो पर्सन जॉब करता है वो अपने जो ग्रीवियंसेस है वो कहीं नहीं निकाल पाता, वो घर आता है, वो वहां पे अपने बच्चों पे, अपनी वाइफ पे वो थ्रो करता है, और वो जो
that's there.
एंड दैट मूव्स, फिर वो जो बच्चों पे जो आता है वो आगे फर्दर वो मूव होता है, तो इट कीप्स गोइंग ऑन। एंड सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम अपनी जो सोच है राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग बदल पाए, और एक स्टिग्मा को फॉलो नहीं करें कि पहले नहीं हुआ तो अभी नहीं होगा, और अगर कोई अपना पैशन है उसको कैसे भी फॉलो करना चाहिए। नाउ इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इट इज वेरी इजी सेड देन डन।
It's always easier said than done.
राइट, एंड इट्स लाइक मेरे को इस बात पे एक एग्जांपल याद आ रहा है कि एक बार ऐसा होता है कि एक पर्सन जाता है मैजिशियन के पास, मैजिशियन के मैनेजर के पास, और वो बोलता है कि आप कोई जादुई चीज देखोगे, मेरे पास बहुत अद्भुत चीज है, आप देखें आपका मन खुश हो जाएगा। तो मैजिशियन जो मैनेजर है वो बोलता है कि हाँ जरूर देखेंगे, मेरा तो काम ही ये है, क्योंकि हम आगे यही तो फैलाते हैं। सो वो बोलता है कि मेरे पास कुत्ता है, छोटा सा कुत्ता है, वो पियानो बजा के आपको दिखाएगा। तो वो सरप्राइज्ड। नाउ जब वो बोलता है ना कि मैं ऐसा करूंगा, तो पहले तो वो बिलीव नहीं करता, मैजिशियन, हाँ मैनेजर, फिर वो रियल में वो करके बताता है। तो जब वो कुत्ता प्ले करता है पियानो, तो कुछ टाइम बाद ना वो कुत्ते की जो मदर है वो आ जाते हैं एंड उसकी गर्दन पकड़ लेते हैं, कुत्ते की गर्दन, एंड वो बोलते हैं कि चलो यहाँ पे ये नहीं है तुम्हारा काम, तुमको कुछ और करना है। सो इट इज जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल कि हम किस तरह से हमारी खुद की भी लाइफ ऐसे ही मूव कर जाते हैं। कि जैसे कोई बच्चा सिंगल बनना चाहता है, बट योर पेरेंट्स, योर सराउंडिंग्स don't want them to even believe in your dreams. तो
मतलब वो एक्चुअली जो लोग मैंने आई हैव सीन दिस थिंग अ लॉट कि your closed ones will never clap for you until and unless unknown people does that for you.
हाँ.
दुनिया जब तक आपके लिए तालियां नहीं बजाएगी ना,
हाँ.
तब तक आपके अपने आप के लिए तालियां नहीं बजाएंगे.
Of course.
जहाँ आप लोगों ने देखा ना यार कुछ तो ऐसा मेरा बच्चा कर रहा है, उसके लिए लोग इसकी वाह कर रहे हैं, चलो इस पे भरोसा करते हैं. पर जब फर्स्ट टाइम वो कोशिश कर रहा है अपने घर में वो चीज को डेवलप करने के लिए, एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए, पैशन को फॉलो करने के लिए, nobody believes on that person, nobody believes on that kid. That is something which is much needed. And I feel for the girls, I think there is so much requirement in this country that is to be done, that is to be proposed, changed, pushed. Girls in the country needs a lot of motivation and support to let them do what they want to do.
True, very well said. Actually ये जितना अपने को लगता है इससे बहुत ज़्यादा बैड है. सिचुएशन इतनी आसान है नहीं. अपन तो फिर भी अभी ये बात कह रहे हैं, लेकिन ऐसे भी रिमोट एरियाज हैं जहाँ पे सिचुएशन इतनी खराब है कि the girls are not even have the liberty to come out.
Yeah,
that's true. Take a breath freely. तो ये बहुत ridiculous भी feeling आता है after so many years of independence. सिचुएशन इतनी खराब है.
I also feel very sad that actually we've got the independence, but not for women. And I'm not saying that we are not progressing. We are not a regressive country. We are progressing, but still there are mindsets that has been not changed, that has not been tempered, which is very important. So what has happened is बेटी बचाओ और बेटी पढ़ाओ हमने मान लिया है. बेटी को पढ़ा दिया. अब क्या करेगी बेटी? अब बेटी शादी करके चली जाएगी और उसे वही करना होगा जो उसके इन-लॉज या उसके हस्बैंड डिसाइड करेंगे. ज्यादा से ज्यादा अगर हस्बैंड या इन-लॉज ने अलाउ कर दिया कि तुम काम करो, तो भी तुम्हारी जो कोर ड्यूटी आती है वो तो तुम्हें करनी है. तो कहीं ना कहीं ये रास्ता खोल के ये रास्ते तो बंद ही कर देना. So what I feel is there are still cases where girls are not pushed for education. If they are pushed for education, they are not allowed to live their dreams, be it doing a job, doing anything in their career they want to. Even if they are allowed to do anything like that, they are not given that freedom and capacity and space that they are able to achieve it. Why? Because there are so many responsibilities put on their shoulders after marriage. कि अगर चांद पे जाना है तो वो घर पे गोल गोल रोटी बना कर ही जाना है, क्योंकि वो काम आपका ही है. See, I am not saying that household duty is bad. That is something a woman should do. A woman should enjoy doing it if she likes. I am not saying that वो खराब है. Why it will be? It's a beautiful house. घर की सफाई करना, खाना बनाना, it's something that is why we are thriving for. पर ये जो associate किया है ना कि घर में जो बहू आई, ये सब कुछ उसी के अंदर आना चाहिए. That becomes a pressure for that one lady. So we are expecting her to become superwoman, powerful superwoman who is legit real time heroine with powers, who's got all the things with her on her hand कि वो ये भी कर ले, ये भी कर ले, ये भी कर ले, ये भी कर ले, और फिर हस्बैंड के साथ भी हैप्पी रहे, इन-लॉज को भी हैप्पी रखे, घर को भी खुश रखे, करियर भी अच्छा करे, बच्चों को भी संभाले. How will she do it? एक रेस्टोरेंट चलाने के लिए क्या एक ही इंसान, मैं खाना भी बना रही हूँ, मैं सर्व भी बाहर कर रही हूँ, मैं ऑर्डर भी ले रही हूँ, मैं सेल्स भी कर रही हूँ, मैं मार्केटिंग भी कर रही हूँ.
That is dangerous for her.
So a support, what I am trying to say is a support that चल तुम टेंशन मत लो, हम बैलेंस कर लेंगे. आज तुमने किया है कल मैं बना लूँगा. सिंपल है ना. It's our home. It's our home. Not only her home.
और फिर appreciation भी नहीं मिलता.
No appreciation.
Secondly, हमेशा से ये देखा गया है पहले कि अगर if you try to understand the psyche of a woman, like 40-50 years back, उनका it was like मतलब एक थोप दिया गया था कि उनको selfless रहना है, कि जो करना है कुर्बान होना है परिवार के लिए, बच्चों के लिए.
क्या condition mind है.
और at the end of 55 years, 60 years अगर उनसे खुद पूछा जाए ना कि are you having a satisfied life, so they will never say a positive answer.
I think they were so much conditioned, Vishal. I feel that इतना उनको brain train किया था. अरे नहीं हम तो खुश हैं. Their heart definitely is not happy.
Right.
Their heart doesn't justify that, you know, they have dedicated their entire life doing kitchen work, husband's work, kids work. That's all. Their heart is not happy, but they were so much conditioned that they passed on that legacy to even their daughters, expected the same from daughter-in-laws.
Yes.
They were not brave enough. औरत की दुश्मन क्यों है? क्योंकि मुझे जेन्युइनली ये लगता है कि वो ये समझ ही नहीं पा रही है कि उन्हें अगर ये चीज अच्छी नहीं लग रही है, लेकिन उनसे कहा गया है सेल्फलेस रहो।
हाँ.
आपका तो काम ही ये है कि आपको अपने आसपास वालों के लिए कुर्बानी देनी है। You know, you have to wake up in the morning, make tea for everyone, give them, serve them tea, make them feel happy. You know, when everybody is happy, if you get your me time, you sleep or whatever, but you should be right up there for everybody who demands. And no thank you will be given, no appreciation will be given, because this is something you really have to do it. You're in this world to do this. And they're used to with that. There is no stand for them. And if you even make them realize, they will make you the envy of their life. You know, we are trying to destroy their mindset, their house. But what we are trying to say is that you are all doing all this happily, we are more than happy. But is it fair? Is it fair enough to just, you know, burden one human in the entire house where everybody is living, where everybody is eating? You know, just burden that one person. Who has made this rule for women? Okay, everything. Back then there were things like that. Even we hear that men are providers and women are nurturers. Men will provide everything, women will nurture. But back then जब राजा और रानी का टाइम हुआ करता था, या भगवान की बात करें, तो उतना उनको रिस्पेक्ट दिया जाता था। उनको पूछते थे कि माँ ने डिसाइड किया यही होगा, रानी ने डिसाइड किया यही होगा। मतलब उस वक्त उतनी रिस्पेक्ट थी कि हम नर्चरर्स हैं, घर के डिसीजंस भी हम लेंगे। धीरे धीरे इतना इनजस्टिस हुआ है with ladies, with so many female feticide, not giving birth to girls, you know, so many injustice and violent things have happened with women that there is no respect left, and that's why अब वो फट के आई है कि आप में से तो कोई मेरा स्टैंड नहीं लेने वाला है, मुझे मेरा स्टैंड लेना है।
That is why feminism has been a very biggest topic, and feminism में भी like people are challenging them कि why even इतने सालों के जुल्म के बाद भी क्यों आ रहे हो feminism के लिए? Otherwise it is very difficult to even bear this pain for so long.
Exactly.
और अगर अपनी आवाज उठाना गलत है, तब तो फिर हर चीज ही गलत हो गई।
And I think I've seen men around me who judges you if you talk about feminism. They are very good people. They are very good friends to me. I just say one thing कि क्या प्रॉब्लम है फेमिनिज्म? आपको सूडो फेमिनिस्ट से प्रॉब्लम है तो I agree. Pseudo feminist is someone who takes disadvantage of the benefits of feminism. ठीक है? I am not saying that आपको किसी भी लड़की को डिसएडवांटेज नहीं लेना चाहिए अगर कोई फैसिलिटी सोसाइटी ने आपको दी है। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल डिवोर्स हो रहा है म्यूचुअली, अगर आप फाइनेंशियली कैपेबल और इंडिपेंडेंट हो तो आप एलिमनी मत डिमांड करो, दैट्स द चॉइस। वो लीगल राइट उन औरतों के लिए है जो अनफॉर्चुनेट सिचुएशंस में अलग हो रही है और फाइनेंशियली नहीं कैपेबल है, तब जाके हस्बैंड उसे वो हिस्सा देता है कि वो काम नहीं कर पाई क्योंकि वो मेरा घर चला रही थी। उस समय अगर वो अपना करियर बनाती तो आज वो भी फाइनेंशियली स्ट्रांग होती। ये रूल उसके लिए बना है। देयर आर women who misuses feminism in terms of acting as a feminist. I'm not saying that I'm supporting pseudo feminist. When it comes to true feminist, it is just very normal. It's just the equality because you've not been in their shoes. You know, you will never understand that what kind of things the girl and the women has to face. Actually. Because you are allowed to study, you are allowed to pursue your career, you are allowed to step out the home, come at any hour and still continue it and have nothing, no baggage on your shoulder which you don't want to do. Girls, till they are at their home, there are certain limitations and restrictions, but there are certain openness. Right. When they go to in-laws, they really are bounded with everyone. क्या इन्हें अच्छा लगेगा? क्या मेरी मदर इन लॉ को अच्छा लगेगा? क्या मेरे फादर इन लॉ को अच्छा लगेगा? अगर मुझे इस टाइम पे निकलना है तो मुझे ये चीजें करके निकलना है। There are a lot of things. There are so many baggages which men will never understand. And feminism talks about equality. Right. कि अगर आप काम कर रहे हो और अगर मैं भी काम कर रही हूँ और आप आके थक गए हो तो जस्ट बिकॉज आपने ये सालों का रूल बनाया है कि तुम्हें तो ये करना ही है, घर पे आके मैं सब कुछ सारे घर का काम कर लूँ और मुझे अप्रिशिएट मत दो, ठीक है, बट ये इक्वालिटी कैसे हुआ? तब जाके फेमिनिज्म को स्टैंड लेना. एज अ फेमिनिस्ट आई थिंक women should really understand this thing that accepting all unfair things is something injustice to yourself. Selfless जबरदस्ती आप किसी के लिए नहीं हो सकते हो. I think selfish होना भी गलत है, selfless होना भी गलत है, self loving होना चाहिए. Am I destroying myself? Am I being am I doing injustice to myself by serving you? You know. And I think that's what I feel. And if I keep on passing the same to our daughters, India will never progress.
That is the worst thing you can do for your legacy.
Exactly.
और एक बात ये आती है कि अगर इक्वालिटी की बात करें तो बहुत टाइम तक ऐसा होता था कि उनको इस तरह से देखा जाता था कि बीइंग अ फीमेल, कल तो आपकी शादी होगी तो बड़ी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आप ले नहीं सकते. तो एक स्टिग्मा बन गया था कि अगर आपकी शादी होगी तो पहले से, जैसे मान लो कोई गर्ल जॉब के लिए अप्लाई करने जाते हैं तो जो इंटरव्यूअर है ही विल ऑलवेज आस्क
what are your marriage plans?
हाँ,
yeah,
so that is a very ridiculous question because a woman can do so many things, then why can't she manage after marriage things which are supposed to be managed?
I agree.
और बीच इसके अलावा सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि how do you define their strength या फिर their potential कि अगर कोई लड़की ये कहती है कि मेरे को बराबर की सैलरी नहीं मिलती या मेरे को बराबर की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं मिलती कॉर्पोरेट में, तो ये बोल दिया जाता है कि एक नोशन बन जाते हैं कि मेल ही उस सीनियर पोजीशन को निभा सकते हैं. तो जब
it's a male dominating market in not many areas.
But what I really feel कि a leader should always be at least emotionally driven, which girls are. और जो होता क्या है कि कर्तव्य और सफलता में कर्तव्य को चुनना बहुत जरूरी है.
सही बात है.
बहुत लोग सफलता को चुनते हैं.
That's true.
मान लो कि कोई ऐसा सिचुएशन है जहाँ पे आपको कर्तव्य को चुनना है या सफलता को, तो मेल फिर भी सफलता को चुन सकते हैं, लेकिन फीमेल कर्तव्य को चुनेंगे.
It's like you said, when a female will become a leader, she will know that whatever we have achieved is because of the efforts of every team members. If one team member today is feeling low, कोई भी रीजन से उसने ये नहीं कर पाया है, शायद एक मेल लीडर हार्श होके निर्दय होके उसे निकाल देगा. फीमेल लीडर विल ऑलवेज थिंक दैट आज हम फेल हुए हैं, लेकिन अगर ये टीम साथ रही, जो एफर्ट्स ये टीम दे रही है, we will even go longer. Together we will go far. Alone I'll go to some place.
And if one is not giving the opportunity to a female employee, तो पता कैसे चलेगा कि they are better leaders or not?
Yeah, exactly. Even if you don't give them opportunity, how will one prove? और पता है, very sad thing is that for females to get that leader opportunity, they have to make themselves see, like they have to project themselves that they are so strong, and that they don't have any baggage of family responsibility, or then they are such a fighters. If they are none of them, they will not be given any opportunity, which is so wrong again.
So with this point only, आपको भी बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स इस तरह के फेस करने रहे होंगे over a period of time. Being a woman, बहुत challenges फेस करने पड़ते हैं being a public speaker, क्योंकि घर में ही इतनी बंदिशें हैं तो बाहर तो obviously होगी, as you rightly said. So what were the challenges that you faced?
So I'll tell you one thing, like you said, because of the family. I will tell you one thing, I'm very lucky when it comes to the family upbringing I had. My father has always allowed me to have my open wings and fly in the sky, up in the sky. He was never a person. Of course, I have gained that trust. It was not from day one. It was not that day one that I was constantly traveling all over the country, doing shows at awkward number of hours, coming at home at 2 a.m. It was not from day one. Gradually, when he saw the process that I am actually leading somewhere, he never became an obstacle in my journey. He has always raised me. I would not say that he has not been indifferent. In fact, I would say he's raised me like a daughter, indifferent from his son. If my brother is allowed, so is my daughter allowed. He is the father who has made things equal for us in all matters. Nothing that my brother was allowed to do and I was not. So I think I will say upbringing and parenting has a huge role in someone's career.
of course.
If I am confidently sitting in front of you and have done 2,500 projects, been to different cities of the country, been international, done events, done traveled at awkward hours, is because I had no pain in my heart that my parents are unhappy. In fact, I was very happy that they are proud of myself, that they are proud of their daughter. ये फीलिंग होगी ना तो कोई भी बच्चा सब कर पाएगा क्योंकि ये बैगेज नहीं अच्छा लगता. Nobody wants to carry that baggage. So the challenges when I now inner world of mine was done. Like my inner people, my family was intact and they were happy for what I was doing. When it comes to outer world, being a woman, as an anchor, so if I go into the insiders of anchor industry, when they hire a female anchor, what they expect is glamour, good looks, good communication, class, which is why they hire a female anchor. What I don't like is that they think when they want that energy as an anchor, that will she interact, will she go barge in the audience and talk to everyone, which is my forte. In fact, my forte, my USP as an anchor is that I like to interact with audience and I would like to make sure that nobody in the audience is sitting ideal in my show. I am not an announcer, I am a performer. I am not here to just read the script for all of you. Of course, if there is that is the demand of my job, a particular corporate show, where in a corporate event there is a conference where all dignitaries are giving speech. That time I don't want people to giggle and have fun. I am there as a moderator, which is fine. But when it comes to a show wherein it demands an energy, wedding show, concerts, where I am not supposed to just announce things. I can bring a lot of energy and that is my USP. But so in market usually as a client what they think is that male anchors will not have that barrier. They will barge in the audience and they will. Female anchors will stay poised, which I don't like. I can carry glamour, I can carry myself, I can carry grace and still have 1000% of energy in the crowd. And still be the most amplifier person, the amplifier of the energy, the epitome of the energy in the room as a female anchor. That is what I don't like. That is not a challenge technically, but whenever someone objectifies this part, कि लेकिन क्या वो ये कर पाएगी, तो मुझे गुस्सा आता है. Which I clearly communicate, which they trust also. They book me and they are very happy. So I will say the society is not that much mean who doesn't give that opportunity. Yes, you have to keep on convincing them. Oh no, that will not happen. Don't worry. One thing is this, and second is as I said that I also had my event company, which is very male dominated. So when you have an event company, when you organize everything, when you are working overnight, and there are vendors around you who are males. They might not like to take orders from female leader. That is one thing. Clients don't trust you कि being a female event organizer सब कैसे crack होगा. मर्द होगा या male event planner होगा तो quickly सब ये हो जाएगा. तो ये होता था. शायद कहीं ना कहीं मैं ये कह सकती हूँ कि जब मैं switch किया anchoring पे ज़्यादा, I was pissed with that. I enjoyed stage, that is never a thing. But I was pissed with that part, with that kind of doubts on a female event planner. Will she be able to crack all of it?
I can resonate with this.
Yeah, I was anyway a very strong go-getter and a fighter. So my client would pursue कि वो कहते हैं ना कि ये फोड़ लेगी या ये कर लेगी, वो trust में client को दे देती. But that battle of doing it every time was a task.
I'm sure हमारी audience को भी ये जो message है वो जरूर सही लगेगा क्योंकि you are bringing a very valid point कि don't judge the book by its cover.
I think gender roles अब कुछ like I don't think so that any job justifies gender roles. Every department which had a lot of male gender, be it army as a pilot or be it as a any creative field model or something. So in both the ways there was gender associated fields like gender dedicated fields. Now things have reversed, both the ways opposite genders have increased. I think females have also started pushing themselves and started pursuing something that before it was a taboo for them to pursue.
सही है.
And even for males,
Hmm.
like they started pursuing things which was a taboo for them.
मेरे को कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि अगर किसी को बहुत अच्छा गिफ्ट देना है
हाँ.
तो इट इज ऑल अबाउट फ्रीडम.
Freedom is the best gift you can give.
बेस्ट गिफ्ट एंड सेकंड इज टाइम.
Yeah.
लोग बहुत फैंसी महंगी चीजें देने का सोचते हैं.
Hmm.
सबसे बड़ा गिफ्ट तो टाइम है,
Yeah. That's
क्योंकि वो आप दोबारा नहीं ला सकते.
वो दोबारा नहीं ला सकते. And I think in today's world, I think of course in the busy schedules that we have, and there's so much to do, if you really allot a particular dedicated time to a particular person, which means you're prioritizing that person, and that is invaluable.
हाँ, मतलब ये दो चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और ये मिसिंग है. और इसीलिए ये फीलिंग आती है कि एवरीबॉडी इज बिकमिंग वेरी सेल्फिश.
Yeah.
अदरवाइज हैप्पीनेस तो तभी है जब अपन हेल्प करेंगे दूसरे की, या फिर वी विल थिंक अबाउट अदर्स.
Yeah.
लेकिन वो हो नहीं रहा, और वो इसलिए भी नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि वी आर मोर इनटू सोशल मीडिया
Yeah.
एंड टेक्नोलॉजी.
See, I think everything has a pro and a con. I think social media has opened 1,000 opportunities, but at the same time, it has restricted so many things. Quality time, like you can see that couples were sitting on the bed. Before they used to talk with each other, together watch a film. Now they are in their phones scrolling reels in their own phones, in their own world. And then one will just fall asleep scrolling the screens, and the one is falling asleep. The other one didn't even realize, and then the partner has also slept. So quality of time and life is also reduced. Mode of communication with each other between friends, and in fact even now parents and children is reels and WhatsApp forwards. See, I want to make you understand, so I'll send you 10 forwards. Which is, I'm not judging that. But yeah, I mean that originality is gone. But yeah, that's how it is.
And even I'm worried about the teenagers because अब वो deep meaningful relationship जो होते थे ना पहले के टाइम में, वो form करने की सोचते भी नहीं है. Because like they are into hustling. जैसे job hustling होता है, वैसे relationship hustling हो रही है. कि like you are one is spending time with someone for some time, then with other. और क्योंकि social media आ गया है, तो they are not even trying giving efforts to form relationship. मान लो कोई प्रॉब्लम आ गई लाइफ में, तो वो सोशल मीडिया की हेल्प लेते हैं कि क्या क्या ऑप्शंस हैं इसको सॉल्व करने के, rather than reaching out to a friend.
Yeah, true.
Which is so.
I think our
difficult.
generation is a bit lucky because with me also I have a very special place in my life when it comes to friendships. I have still intact very very important and prioritized friendships since 2008, like while I was in 8th standard. It's been 18 years to that friendship. They are married, one has kid, they moved out of country, one is here in India. We have 4 friends, but the kind of importance that we have given to each other is so intact, because there are many school friends who've gone and paved their own path, don't know what's happening in life of each other. We made sure that even if it was a long distance, and even if while they were here, that intact friendship, the go-to person, the value that friendship can bring in life is something so important. And if people are missing on that, it's like they are majorly missing on human emotions that friendship can bring in someone's life. And I also have few friends whom I met when I was elder enough, but they are also very old friends since 6-7 years. So what I feel is social media, hi, hello, exchanging memes. He let's meet over a coffee, met at a coffee and then departed, and then doesn't even know what's happening in each other's life. It's not friendship.
Right.
Friendship is something that today I've told you this is what has happened. You know it. Second time, we are in touch in each other's life. Not necessarily we're talking every day. You are busy in your life, and that's how I feel. Friendship is such a beautiful equation. There is no duty or liability of attending your calls or messaging you and here and there like in a relationship. But when it comes to friendship, you know that this person was suffering from at this point, and today when I'm meeting it, ठीक है, is everything okay? I'm in a good mood. या अगर नहीं है तो क्या ऑफिस से वहीं पे? That comfort friendship gives you, and I think if you have coffee meeting friends, that's not friendship. Someone has to be intact in your life when you. If someone asks you that who are your bunch of people, 2 a.m. friends, inner circle friends. if you can't name few of them, I don't think so that you have friends in your life. You have acquaintance come and see you, chat with you over a coffee. They are not your friends. I don't know.
A friendship should be unconditional.
It should be intense. It should be like, I know what's happening in your life. And not necessarily I'm saying that you open everything. It's up to you, and it's on the comfort of friendship. But it brings magical things in your life. And if you don't have such friendship, one should really find one. That helps a lot. It's like an unpaid therapy in this world. You pay, bucks to therapist, but you don't even know that friends can do it, unknowingly. That's how it is.
वो कहते हैं ना कि जैसे सब बोलते हैं कि नर्क और स्वर्ग की बातें करते हैं कि स्वर्ग जाएंगे तो ये होगा, नर्क जाएंगे तो ये होगा। तो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे लगता है कि अगर आप दोस्तों से घिरे हुए हो, अच्छे दोस्तों से, तो वही स्वर्ग है। और अगर आप दुश्मनों से घिरे हुए हो और अच्छे दोस्त नहीं है, तो वही नर्क है।
Yeah, I mean, there are of course people who are saying good things in front of you, but they are not your friends. They are trying to show that they are wishing good for you. They are not. So you need to evaluate that how much do you want to entertain that kind of an energy.
तो शेरन, हर इंसान का एक टर्निंग मोमेंट होता है लाइफ का कि जहाँ से लाइफ पॉजिटिव ट्रेजेक्टरी पे जाती है। So what has been your turning moment of life?
See, as I said that I pursued anchoring, and moment by moment I got good projects. So
I am asking you about your
one
particular turning moment जहाँ से you felt कि अभी तक मैं गलत डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो रही थी, अपने आप पे बिलीव नहीं कर रही थी, और इस मोमेंट से now I know what I need to do forever. ऐसा कोई मैजिकल मोमेंट में भी?
मैजिकल मोमेंट, आई थिंक मेरे साथ बहुत सारे ऐसे माइलस्टोन्स हुए हैं जिससे मुझे बहुत और कॉन्फिडेंट फील कराया है अबाउट माय जर्नी। लाइक आई हैव होस्टेड गुड नंबर ऑफ सेलिब्रिटीज, तो वो सारे मेरे लिए मोमेंट्स थे जहाँ पे आई फेल्ट लाइक आई हैव गॉट दिस, So the first celebrity I hosted was Kartik Aaryan and Kiara Advani. Then there were a number of celebrities that I hosted. I hosted Varun Dhawan, Vicky Kaushal, Janhvi Kapoor, and I hosted a red carpet event in Mumbai where I got to host so many different other Bollywood celebrities. Kirti Sanan was there.
Right.
So these were the areas which cannot come to you if you're not doing good. They will not hire you as a host if you are just an ordinary host. So those were the moments when I realized that I have done something in my life, that I was the person who got this opportunity. I'm selected for this kind of an opportunity. Many RJs does that. I would say there are many RJs and there are many anchors who are doing it. I'm very happy that I also was one of them, and I was capable enough to project myself in a way in the market that I could get that kind of an opportunity. And if I sum it up, I think my journey itself is so magical that I would not name one particular event and do injustice to other events. I think there were a bunch of small milestones which made the journey beautiful, and together if I collect all of them in one plate, makes it a magical is what is my take.
तो ऐसा कोई मोमेंट आया है जहाँ पे you had very embarrassing situation, जहाँ पे it was very difficult to get rid of that moment?
In the show?
हाँ.
So I think, see, if I get inside in the field of anchoring, it needs a lot of scripting. It needs a lot of preparation. Now that I have done so many number of shows, there will be certain set of shows which I know कि ये ऐसे ही जाएगा. शायद उसमें मैं prepare नहीं करूँगी और 1 घंटे पहले show flow देख लूँगी ना, then I'll still nail it. There are certain shows where you have to do your preparation.
Right.
So I have command over 3 languages: English, Hindi, and Gujarati. Okay. But Gujarati, the command that I have, I need a very good practice in it. Okay. I will have to get deep inside, do a lot of my practice and clarity, and then I will be able to host it. So what happens is in an event, as an organizer and as an event coordinator, there are a lot of important to-dos that is to be done with the anchor. If the anchor doesn't get that kind of a time, there are possible chances that she will not be able to nail that show. Okay. So there was one event which is recent, and it was an event that I was supposed to host in proper Gujarati. The show flow was not very much clear. So I felt very sad because I'm someone who get disheartened if the show doesn't go successful. As an artist, one should always learn that not every day is your day. Like in sports also we say for all the sporty people that you should be sporty enough to accept that not every day is your day.
Of course.
So as an artist also, you should always learn that not every show is your show. You have given your best. Something is not working, and if that hit moment is not there, that was not your day. That particular reason was that I had to speak in Gujarati, and I was not able to do my best. So I was embarrassed because I was not prepared with my script. So that happens, of course. Instagram is something shows fancy things. I will not post when I'm crying. I will not post when when I'm saying something and audience is not real.
Right.
Social media is that, and I would always want people to know that you should not just depend on social media. Okay, wow, see this. You don't know what other things are also along with this.
So this was very recently.
Yeah, because this can happen anytime, I would say.
Very-
यार 15-20 साल का
हाँ,
एक्सपीरियंस होगा ना तो भी वो दिन
हो
जब
सकता है.
शो तुम्हारा खराब हो सकता है.
It has happened with
Yeah.
everybody.
We speak about Virat Kohli.
हाँ.
Such incredible batsman. 10 साल से नहीं जीत पा रहे थे यार वो लोग. एंड में आके भी नहीं जीत पा रहे थे. तो आई थिंक एक्सपीरियंस नहीं जस्टिफाई करता है आपका जीत और हार.
It is very bold thing to actually share your vulnerabilities.
I think we should do that more.
हाँ, ये जरूरी है.
फैंसी चीजें बोलकर आप एक्चुअली डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर रहे हो.
हाँ, and in most ways you are actually sending a message to the audience that it is not a problem to share your weakness or anything which went wrong. क्योंकि बहुत डरते हैं लोग अपनी vulnerabilities को बताने.
Exactly.
और वो शेयर नहीं करोगे तो you don't even progress. इस बात को समझना बहुत जरूरी है. तो आज की तारीख में ऑप्शंस बहुत हो गए हैं कि यू कैन रीच आउट टू अ यूनिवर्सल ऑडियंस थ्रू सोशल मीडिया एंड यू कैन रीच आउट टू अ लिमिटेड ऑडियंस ऑफलाइन. सो डू यू थिंक कि यूनिवर्सल ऑडियंस तक ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचना ज़रूरी है ऑनलाइन, या फिर ऑफलाइन इज अ बेटर वे ऑफ वर्किंग, इवॉल्विंग?
See, I will say one thing, that irrespective of how much intellectual and emotional you become, practicality is something you should always know. What is the demand of the era? Social media is the new demand. Everyone, is it right? Is it good? It's my opinion. But who cares about my opinion? That is a reality and practicality I need to accept. If I say that I'm a good anchor, okay, and offline events I'm doing, people are referring me. I'm getting one event, from one event I'm getting 3 events. If I post that on social media, I am getting the access of 1 lakh people. I'm getting 100 references from where I'm converting 10. I will not deny that social media is not important. It is definitely important. But with social media, what has happened is it shows certain clips which gets viral by the people who are liking it. But is that particular clip, which one you like, capable enough to run the entire show? Is the anchor that you booked from a particular number of views because of his or her popularity is a good anchor? That is a subject to discussion. I think it is very important as a client to understand that social media gives that million views and gives that popularity to based on the number of views and the likes and everything. That is good for particular video. You are a good social media content creator as an anchor. You have nailed it. But are you a good anchor in real time? So if you ask me importance, yes, it is very important. If I want to grab more opportunity, reach 200 other people, people who have not been into my shows, but at least can scroll on Instagram and see to it, yes, she's a good anchor. Posted enough of parts of an anchoring wherein I can gauge that she can do a good show. But this is a pro part. But what I feel taken back from here, from social media, is that people think that with good number of followers, with good number of views, if I book this anchor, it's done. That's not so, right? you also have to evaluate that not necessarily if one anchor who is very good in her craft may not be good in social media, but she is a very good anchor. Someone who's got million views is not that good anchor, but that of the anchor who is very good doing offline events is not that active on social media is much more better. So social media has been unfair to those people who are not good in handling social media. But I think that is a talent that everyone should have. For example, numbers. If numbers is something which will be needed in mathematics, in statistics, in everywhere, तो numbers सीखना तो पड़ेगा अगर आपको grow करना है तो. मैं अच्छी एंकर हूँ, बहुत अच्छी बात है, वो तो मुझे बनना ही है, नहीं तो मुझे एक काम मिलेगा, दो काम मिलेंगे, तीसरा बंदा नहीं देगा. लेकिन अगर आज मुझे सोशल मीडिया पे मैं अच्छी नहीं हूँ तो मेरी अपॉर्चुनिटी काम की जाएगी. तो वो इनफैक्ट एक आर्ट है, टैलेंट है और एक नॉलेज है जो आपको लेना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. अगर आपको सर्वाइवल ऑफ द बेस्ट, सर्वाइवल ऑफ द फिटेस्ट, आर यू रेडी टू थ्राइव ऑन दैट सर्वाइवल? सो आई थिंक सोशल मीडिया इज अ न्यू डिमांड. यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट इट, यू कांट डिनाई दैट. ये भी हो सकता है कि काफी चीजें कुछ कुछ समय चलती है, लाइक डांसिंग वाला चाइना वाला app which was that TikTok had one era, gone, don't even recall anymore. तो ऐसे eras तो होते हैं जहाँ सब TikTok को cringe भी मानते थे, अब फिर सब इंस्टा पे आ गए एक्सेट्रा ऐसा सब बोलते थे. तो वो एक era था, वो चला गया. सोशल मीडिया भी हो सकता है एक era है, जा सकता है. जीत तो ऑफलाइन वालों की लॉन्ग रन में होने ही वाली है. जो अच्छा एंकर है ना उसकी तो लॉन्ग रन में जीत होगी.
लेकिन शायद जब तक ये चीज नहीं होती है तब तक अगर एक अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है कि ऑनलाइन करना है या ऑफलाइन करना है, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन में स्कोप ये है कि अगर
यू रीच 1 लाख मोर पीपल
और अगर 143 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन है इंडिया की और उसमें अपने को मैक्सिमम लोगों से जुड़ना है तो एक ऑनलाइन ही तरीका है. ऑब्वियसली ऑफलाइन का एक लिमिटेशन है ही.
आज हम दोनों को सुनने वाले भी तो ऑनलाइन ऑडियंस.
हां, तो इफ यू गेट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी तो फिर डू यू फाइंड दैट कंपैरिजन वर्थवाइल कि मौका मिले तो मैं ज्यादा ऑडियंस तक पहुंचना चाहूंगी और ऑनलाइन करना चाहूंगी रादर देन डूइंग इट ऑफलाइन? मतलब ऑनलाइन करने से भी यू
ऑनलाइन होस्टिंग और प्रमोटिंग माय ऑफलाइन वर्क, व्हाट डू यू वांट?
एंकरिंग वर्क, लाइक डू यू सी कि इस तरह से भी ट्रेंड मूव हो सकता है?
नहीं, आई थिंक ऑफलाइन हैज इट्स ओन चार्म.
हां.
Having 200 people in front of me interacting, live things happening over there, cannot be replaced at any point of life.
So you're saying that your work is more relevant offline?
Yeah, of course.
In all categories.
In all categories.
चाहे वो corporate हो, wedding वाला.
Online events तो I think होते ही trainings हो सकती है, that I train people online, students or employees.
Corporate में भी नहीं हो सकती.
No, not possible. It was in COVID, where we were not allowed to have the gathering of 100, 150 or more than that.
Right.
That time there were online events that I hosted, but it will never have that charm, no matter whatever you do. So virtually आपको मैं पेरिस कितना भी दिखा दूँ, देखो ये ऐसे दिख रहा है, ये वैसे दिख रहा है, आप देख भी लोगे. Experience is experience. It's impossible to replace offline experience by online. Never, I think. It can never be replaced. It was just a substitute that COVID asked us to accept because of the situations.
Right.
It is never a choice. No one will accept it. Even audience, organizers, guests, no one.
So, Sharon, ऐसी क्या चीज है जो uniquely you want to do in this field? क्योंकि इतने टाइम से लोग एंकरशिप कर रहे हैं and there are many good anchors. लेकिन हर जनरेशन में लोग ये जरूर सोचते हैं कि मैं कुछ नया करके जाऊं, तो हैव यू थॉट ओवर इट और you want to think over it and do something?
So when I speak of anchoring, there are subcategories in that. Right, I also do corporate events, I do concerts, I do weddings majorly when it comes to season, November, December, January, February. I do cultural events like Navratri I'm going to host. And I do shoots for brands, etc. When something unique, what you say, that if I want to pick anything which is unique, or maybe the US thing, I enjoy all categories a lot. Corporates I enjoy a little more. I enjoy wedding also, it has its own space. Corporate has its own space. Something I'm unique, what I want to do is, to be very honest, is that anchoring word is not that structured.
हाँ
What happens is when you think that you are able to speak well,
हाँ
and if you have done college events, you've done stage events in college or maybe in your company, and if you post that, someone says, "Will you be able to do anchoring in my event?" and that person goes there, and then that person does 2-3 events and thinks that that person is an anchor. There is no structured course here. Even if there are anchoring courses in universities, they only say that how to throw your voice, how to have that voice modulation. But anchoring is way beyond that.
True.
Way beyond the preparations, the demand of the show, the stage presence, the styling, the dress, the interaction, that what is the purpose of that particular event. 100 other things to learn and then on. I want is to launch my own course and make it structured for people to pursue who really want, who think that they have that certain traits that they can become an anchor. They have that public speaking traits, and even if they don't have, I would want to learn. Have this a part of my life, get engrossed with it, and become an anchor. Someone aspire to become one. Where is that structured course? So no longer soon I will launch my course, which will have my personal unique experiences, bunch of experiences crafted and drafted in a way which will help them, give them the Bible of how they can become an anchor.
तो ये कुछ इस तरह कहला सकता है कि Sharon certification, training certification.
Yeah, someday definitely this will happen. Like soon in fact.
वैसे भी ये कहते हैं कि जो क्रिएटिव पर्सन है ना, वो अगर कोई चीज सीखना चाहता है तो वो रीड करता है या वो स्किल को डेवलप करने के लिए वो चीज करता है, लेकिन अगर उसको मैग्नीफाई करना है तो यू शुड ऑलवेज टीच. कोई भी चीज को बढ़ाना है, वो अपन ने कोई चीज सीख ली और उसको अपने तक ही रखी तो वो बढ़ेगी नहीं, लेकिन जब अपन सिखाने लग जाते हैं तो वो बढ़ती है.
Exactly.
तो यू हैव एनी लाइक ड्रीम project to do, as in hota hai na ki ye
I really want to increase my number of international projects. I have that manifestations. I want to get associated with brands who are doing shows for 5,000 to 7,000 crowd, their annual events, and I have done it, but I want to increase the number of events like that. I want to do international events, as I mentioned, and dream project would be like we had Ambani event. I wish I could be part of it. So any legacy events like that, I would really want to manifest to get in my path. Touchwood, I am already having good legacy brands that I'm working with, who has good name in the industry. However, I would like to, of course, increase that standards for me.
तो ऐसा कुछ होता है कभी कि ऑडियंस, ऑब्वियसली होता ही होगा कि ऑडियंस एकदम ब्लैंक हो गई and they are not responding to you positively. So how do you handle such situation?
So one thing is very clear as a speaker, you should always remember, if it is on your face, then everyone will know.
Right.
If you let them know that मुझे रिस्पॉन्स मिला नहीं और मैं नर्वस हो गई तो वो समझ जाएंगे. मैं यहाँ पर भूल चुकी हूँ पर मैं कॉन्फिडेंटली हंसते हंसते बोल रही हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल, आई हैव फॉरगॉटन योर नेम. हाय डियर सर, हाउ आर यू. मैंने एक पॉज लिया, विशाल की जगह डियर बोल दिया. ठीक है, लेकिन आपको पता नहीं लगने दूंगी मैं कि मैं यहाँ भूल गई. My expressions, my body language, my confidence will make sure that even if something blunder is happening right now, people are not reacting, I can't accept it. Immediately I need to change that moment. For example, I cracked a joke or maybe I just said something where people are not relating to. I will allow them to absorb and immediately make sure that I'm shifting it to another thing, and not allowing my audience to focus on that part. So that is a trick you need to learn as a public speaker. Of course, not every time you will know कि ये पूरी जनता क्या सोचती है, कि ये लोग कौन सी बातों पर react करेंगे, मुझे नहीं पता होगा, right? There are some tried and tested statements that I always use and has never gone wrong. That has always worked. So I know that. There are certain times that I always experiment on my audience. Let's try this one. Let's ask them this question. They will react or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it not. It doesn't work. So what I try to do is I just make them shift to another topic, which which doesn't
gain
attention to something blunder is there.
तो ऐसा बहुत बार हो जाता है कि कोई somebody crosses the line like in the audience, या फिर कभी ऐसी भी एक कभी खबर आई थी कि ये like a singer पवन जी like he did something bad in the stage only, like with an actress, Haryanvi actress.
Okay.
If you have heard about it, एक हरियाणा की एक्ट्रेस है, वो स्टेज पे थे and he touched her inappropriately.
अच्छा.
तो ऐसा बहुत बड़ा न्यूज़ हो गया था. पवन like he is a very famous person और उन्होंने ये गाना भी गाया था कि वो ये राजकुमार राव की मूवी.
I think Udit Narayan वाला था.
Like that was a different thing. And ये अभी recent में हुआ है.
Okay.
So he is a भोजपुरी star, बहुत बड़े भोजपुरी star है, and he did something which was not
inappropriate.
And हरियाणा के जो
Actress.
लोग हैं वो भी बहुत against हो गए उनके, क्योंकि वो event हरियाणा से दूर हुआ है. And they were saying कि तो अगर ऐसी कोई चीज होती है like you, since you are a public speaker, तो
I think
obviously
with me I think I have always learned how to give the message through my expressions and body. Touchwood, I have never had any bad experience that has crossed that proximity with me. Inappropriate touch या कुछ भी. I have never experienced that publicly. If anybody wants to talk to me, either they have to do through my manager or through event person.
Right.
They cannot come and directly talk to me. If the person is respectable, the person is talking to me in certain boundaries, I of course reply and talk and do that conversation. But I have never experienced something which is below the belt. That's what I was blessed with that. And that also majorly depends on how do you project yourself.
Right.
Am I doing like, okay, am I just projecting myself in a way that you can just come and approach me and do anything and I will not react?
Right.
I don't keep that aura. I keep a little bit of strict aura that we have discussed this work. Thank you so much. A little bit of formal aura where you become, unapproachable. That nobody just can directly barge in and talk to you. That is very important. And that depends. The first signal is something that you give it to other person.
Right.
See, and then even if they are more, what they say,
crossing the
limit, then certain situation might happen. Luckily, I never faced any.
But how do you see this kind of, when you hear something like this, what is your immediate reaction?
I think one should take a definite stand for this part. One should be voicing it very nicely that this is very inappropriate. You don't have any right just because you think we are an artist or anybody else. In fact, anybody else who is doing anything apart from this, any job,
Right.
This is very inappropriate and forget apologizing. You should really be guilty about what you are doing. So I think if anybody is facing these kind of things, one should make sure that each and every part of the organizing team is taking stand of that particular person. Should not just let this go as it is what I feel.
हाँ, क्योंकि फिर वो एक नेगेटिव मैसेज आता है. ये बात भी शायद मैंने इसलिए शेयर करी क्योंकि अभी अपन कह रहे थे कि बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ की बातें हो रही हैं.
I just recollect one memory. One of the cultural event again in Gujarat last year that happened. Wherein the organizers didn't have that sense of what should be the proximity. So what happens is when there is sound on the stage, there's so much of noise you can't hear, you can't even talk to each other. So that time you have to just, I'm trying to say this, please write this down. But then even if you're trying to do that, you have to maintain a certain proximity. So when I'm constantly trying to give that signal that I'm not comfortable, you stay in your limits and boundaries, talk to my manager, WhatsApp me, I'll read things out. That becomes annoying.
Right.
That becomes annoying. So I clearly, made certain ways, indirect ways, non-verbal cues I gave that don't talk to me if you cannot set boundaries. How? Can you please WhatsApp me?
Right.
We can't talk like this.
Of course.
Is a way that I see.
Yeah.
In a strict way.
Of course.
I said to the organizer, can you please WhatsApp me? I can't hear you.
Right.
Angrily. That don't just come barge in and try to tell me in my ears because I can't understand and you're not even maintaining a proper boundary. So in angrily I just said that thing, so the person understood. So that indirect ways you need to opt. Even after indirect ways, if things are happening, you have to voice it. That I don't like the way you talk to me. Either you stop the communication, ask anyone else to talk to me, or else I am closing this project. You know, I am withdrawing my duty as an anchor because I am not comfortable. These are the stands someone should always take. So, and regarding this thing, this incident is my experience. I made sure all my fraternity anchors knew that these are the bunch of people you should not work with. So I voiced it.
इसके बियॉन्ड भी एक बहुत ही लार्जर पॉइंट ये आता है कि हम बेटी पढ़ाओ, बेटी बचाओ की बातें करते हैं, लेकिन बेटे को समझाओ वो बात कभी नहीं बोलते हैं.
I so believe in this.
कि after all, why are we putting barriers or limitation on a girl every time?
Actually, don't raise your daughters to be strong. Raise your sons to protect their sisters and friends in a way that your daughters are naturally safe. Raise your son in a way to not let any other girl, don't harm any other girl. You don't have to train your daughter on how to protect her, on how she should be strong enough. If you raise your son well now, half of the issue will be solved. I really feel that.
And secondly, फिर इतना जो हमेशा से होता है ना कि बच्चे की शादी के लिए मेरे को पैसा जोड़ना है. As a father हमेशा ये बोलते हैं कि पैसा जोड़ना है, और अगर वही पैसा पढ़ाई में लगा दे, डॉटर की पढ़ाई में लगा दे, तो she would be so independent that she can.
I think this is such an important topic you have brought. I think financial independence for women is so important.
Right.
And I don't know, recently there were cases that we have heard. I recently saw one case which was in the north side of the country. So disheartening. The girl did this arranged marriage to a man, and she was not that happy, and the guy used to beat her for small or the other things. And one fine day she could not just pass a glass, and he literally beaten up her so bad. Next day she called her sister that she is doing this and that, please come and save me, please come and save me. The family didn't turn up on time or what. The next day the message came that आपकी बेटी ने suicide कर लिया है. I was so shaken and shattered with that incident that आज भी ये हो रहा है. Now उसके मन में क्या आया होगा कि यार डिवोर्स मेरे घर वाले एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे, इस बंदे के साथ मैं रह नहीं सकती, अगर दोनों घर नहीं है तो मेरे पास क्या है. तो फाइनेंशियल बैरियर्स हो जाना, हर रास्ता बंद दिखना, इमोशनली इतना डिस्ट्रॉय हो जाना. she thought that she had no choice. डिवोर्स औरतें क्यों नहीं ले पाती है, मैं कभी नहीं बोल रही हूँ किसी को लेना चाहिए, nobody is getting married to see that, right? बट अगर ऐसी सिचुएशन आती है तो आपके सामने क्या रास्ता बचता है, आप सरवाइव कैसे करोगे? अगर फाइनेंशियली डिपेंडेंट हो तो आप कर नहीं पाओगे, इसलिए आप उस शादी को ज्यादा जोर से चलाने की कोशिश करते हो. फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट हो तो ही आप जाकर आप अपना रास्ता चुन पाओगे, और वो तब होगा जब वो पैसे शादी में लगाने की जगह आपकी पढ़ाई में लगेंगे या आपके करियर में लगेंगे. I really feel that we are not seeing the larger picture. Just getting married is not the destination for women.
कहीं ना कहीं it is all about validation. सबको validation चाहिए. Like as a father also, बहुत father इस तरह भी सोचते हैं. Not everybody, but ज़्यादातर लोग इस तरह सोचते हैं कि मुझे दुनिया को दिखाना है कि मैं जब शादी कर रहा हूँ तो मैंने इतना खर्चा किया.
ये दुनियादारी का actually expectations है ना, that the face, the show off.
हाँ. But as a father, it is an utmost duty of a father that son तो है, लेकिन his daughter should be independent.
I really feel, and I feel like आप पता है जितने भी interviews देखोगे ना, प्रियंका चोपड़ा हो गई, फिर there are so many interviews I've seen where Priyanka Chopra, and there are so many actresses that I've seen who's interviewed that their fathers and Sushmita Sen.
And even
Preeti Zinta, I was recollecting. I have heard that interview of her so many times, and even of Priyanka Chopra. Preeti Zinta said in her interview that with women, what happens is, initially she is dependent on father, then she is dependent on her husband, then she is dependent on her son. all the time she is dependent in entire life on a male. You wait up, you will not be dependent on any of the males. You be financially independent. Priyanka Chopra always given very nice example in one of her interviews that she was very young and asked her father that I also stay in this house. Why is my name not written on the nameplate? Why is only your name written on the nameplate? So I don't remember her father and mother's name, but it was written Mr. and Mrs. Chopra, and then there was one Mr. and Mrs. Chopra doctor, and then another number plate was added, Priyanka Chopra Junior, because she was in junior KG or something. So by that example, she wanted to say that since then she was given a learning, and she was, she was given a space where she had her own identity. She also lives in the house, and her number plate should also be there. These kind of parenting makes us strong women, bold women. I'm not saying that why are people judging bold women? I don't understand. We need them.
Right.
So these kind of parenting, I think, makes such bold and such strong women who does something in their life. Not every women are able to do it, and if every father thinks like that, imagine the kind of country we can have.
And there is one thing which I can figure out, that this must be a common thing, that like whoever name you have just referred to, ये सब के जो father है, they are of army background.
They might be, yeah.
I've seen, and I have more examples also.
Anushka Sharma's father is something that I know is from an army background. But yeah.
और इनके अलावा भी बहुत जो successful लोग हैं, वो आर्मी बैकग्राउंड से ही हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो जो कल्चर है ना, जो फादर की जो माइंडसेट है, वो आर्मी में एक अलग ही शेप अप करती है कि दे नेवर थिंक कि गर्ल्स आर लाइक एक टाइम के बाद उनकी तो शादी करनी है. तो उस तरह सोचते नहीं है वो पहले से ये सोचते हैं कि दे आर एज गुड एज देयर सन.
एग्जैक्टली. सो आई फील,
क्योंकि अब आप अगर बच्चे को ये कहो कि नहीं, और इवन प्रॉपर्टी में लाइक दे से कि प्रॉपर्टी में तो बेटे का हक रहेगा.
एग्जैक्टली. बट आई फील लाइक I feel I'm blessed to have my father. He's never ever said that. In fact, he has. I mean, it's too much to reveal, but I can just say that he is the true example of equality. And I'm very lucky that I think there were so many indirect things that you already have in your plate. You don't realize. When you see someone else's plate, you realize, oh, ये तो मेरे पास already था ना. सिर्फ मुझे थोड़ा सा और मेहनत करना पड़ा. तो I would just like to say one thing to everyone, I really wish this particular message reaches out to everyone. That kind of space when a girl will get at her own home now, she will be able to do wonders.
Right.
There are families that I've seen that where their sons are not able to give them what their daughters are able to give them. It's because they had trust in their daughters. They made her study. She pursued certain things, and she could do certain, she did things which were flying out with flying colors in the sky, and made their parents proud, which they thought that their son would, but my daughter would not. But because they invested in their daughter, so I feel daughters are magical things in this world, and really all the fathers should support them with full dedication. And I don't think so that any daughter would let her father let down.
मुझे लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं फादर्स को एटलीस्ट फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन तो देनी चाहिए, फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट करना चाहिए. लेकिन सेकेंडली जब शादी भी हो तो एक घर देना चाहिए डॉटर के नाम.
सही बात है.
सही
बात है यार. आई थिंक
घर होना बहुत जरूरी है.
सो इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट, वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. आई थिंक शादी में वो 200 लोग आके 2 दिन में तो चले जाएंगे. अगर बेटी को कोई तकलीफ हुई, उससे भी पूरी मेहनत करनी है शादी बचाने की. शादी की इसलिए क्योंकि उसका भी एक पार्टनर हो, उसकी भी एक फैमिली आगे बढ़े. मगर कोई भी समय उसे कोई इस तरह से ना देखे कि इसके साथ तो कुछ भी कर सकते हैं ना, इसके पास थोड़ी ना कहीं जाने के लिए है. जब वो डर होता है ना साइकोलॉजिकली कि ज्यादा अनफेयर किया ना, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि ये यहाँ पर दब के रहे. वो दब के रह रही है क्योंकि वो आपसे प्यार करती है. वो दब के इसीलिए नहीं रह रही है क्योंकि उसके पास जाने के लिए कहीं नहीं है. ये सिचुएशन होगी ना तो रिश्ते थोड़े से दम से चलेंगे.
और
It's
ये बहुत ही आयरॉनिकल चीज है और बहुत लोग इस चीज को समझ नहीं रहे हैं कि ऐसी बहुत सारी सिचुएशन होती है जहाँ पे आफ्टर मैरिज अ फीमेल ऑलवेज इज इन द डिलेमा कि क्या मैं अपने मायके जाऊँ या ससुराल रहूँ। ससुराल में भी शी इज फीलिंग डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल और जब मायके जाती
कि
है
वो भी मेरा
प्रेशर है कि वहीं पे रहना पड़ेगा, दिस इज नॉट योर होम।
That's so sad, you know. As a female, I relate and I feel so sad for women out there that
हाँ.
happens because
And it happens.
there's no dedicated house.
हाँ.
Why? Because in the where she's staying in the in-laws' house, constantly she feels like an outsider. There are so many topics she's not involved with. There are so many areas where she's not feeling that she is the part of the family and there are no stands being taken for her. Even if she's put in 100 more efforts than other members, still when it comes to dedication and credit giving, there is no credit given to her. So she doesn't feel that this is her home. When she goes back to her own house, it feels like a guest. Everybody is loving, enjoying. But there is one day, they are waiting for that one day when she'll say, कि चलो फिर I'll come again. मैं जाती हूँ.
Right. She is not able to feel कि I belong to this place
or
that
this place. I really feel I want to give this message to all the girls out there, not women, because if they are girls who are young girls are still building their kid, of course to the women also, but the girls who are just started their life, nothing in this world will reciprocate than your career, I feel. Love might hurt you, leave you one day. Okay? Your partner, your fiance, your husband might have clashes, might be there sometimes, might not be there sometimes. Family, if you're lucky enough, if they're always there, well and good. But if you're not, they might also leave your hand. Friends, lucky enough, might there, might not be there. If you put your efforts to your career, put efforts, it will always reciprocate. And will be there for you when no other one will be there. Money is money, okay? What money will bring in, nothing else will. When you're ready to say that I am managing myself on my own, I don't need you all, is the kind, you take vulnerability from you, you take that bicharapan from you. I mean, there's this statement, we girls speak with each other and motivate each other, better be a bitch than bichari. In this world, because the world has been like that. It's okay, you know. Just so I feel the first priority should be your career. Once you have it, you've made it, everyone around will follow you. They would want to be with you because you have done something on your own. And when you do that, you gain respect automatically.
And even for the future legacy, next generation.
The example you are setting for them.
वरना वो भी वही सीखेंगे कि my mother has followed this path, I should also follow this path.
I really feel this thing that, you know, I feel that it's a huge responsibility of a woman if you are becoming a mother. The choices that you are making now, your future generation, which means your son and daughter both, either son or daughter or both, are watching you. If you think that if you become a mother and you're leaving your job and now not working, what they are taking is that just because my mom has become my mom, she's not working. That is a secret message you take. That my mom was working. She worked for 35 years. Okay, as a teacher. My father was working. A secret message that I learned was motherhood will not take your working spirit. I learned that secretly. If I become a mother and I stop working, she will definitely be very successful. But when she becomes mother, she'll face a bit of challenges when she also has to work. She'll be confused. I just want to make one way for all the girls. That motherhood should not take away your working spirit. You can become, you can be a working woman and you still can be a mother. Of course, your priorities will shift because now you're a mother, you have a beautiful creature in the world that you have got into the world, who's your responsibility, which will be my priority because that is the demand of my motherhood. So things will change, but giving up entirely, and then you give that message to your children that you know, once you also be a mother, you will have to give up on yourself. That is not something you want to make them learn. For that you have to practice that. You have to do it.
और फिर ये एक इनकम्प्लीट फीलिंग देता है
Yeah.
to the women.
And I think मुझे सच में ये लगता है कि अगर आपको आपने आसपास के लिए ड्यूटीज पूरी करनी है ना, जो वो हमसे एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, कई बार अगर हम वाइफ है तो वाइफ की ड्यूटी एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, बहू की ड्यूटी एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, मम्मी की ड्यूटी एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, ये सारी ड्यूटीज आप खुशी खुशी कब पूरी कर पाओगे? जब आप खुद को खुश रखोगे। दूसरों को भी ये समझना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि उसे करना क्या पसंद है। वो ये नहीं कह रही है कि वो सारे घंटे से खुद को देगी, शी इज अ मदर, शी नोज हर ड्यूटी, बट give her a space where she is also living for herself.
वे लोग कहते हैं ना, you can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
So if you
That is a
don't,
very nice thing.
if you don't
Can't
have
pour
anything-
from the empty cup. What will I give it to others if I don't have anything inside me? One fine day I will be just finished inside, and that time it will be too late for other people to find out. So yeah, I think emotional education, emotional quotient is such a demand in this world that can save so many relations and families. But unfortunately, I don't think so that is there.
So I have a very strong feeling कि the pain of regret is higher than the pain of failure.
Yeah.
Because ऐसा बहुत टाइम से अपन देख रहे हैं कि लोग अपनी लाइफ जीते हैं, बर्थ और डेथ तो वी कांट कंट्रोल, बट इन द मिडिल वी कैन स्टिल कंट्रोल. लेकिन एक जिंदगी को जीने के बाद भी हमेशा एक पेन रहता ही है कि हम जो कर सकते थे हम नहीं कर पाए. एंड आई हैव heard about many celebrities जो अपने लास्ट मोमेंट पे उन्होंने यही कहा है कि live life.
I agree with it. I agree with it. Amir Khan in one of his recent interviews said that because he was so much engrossed with career, he never gave time to family and never been with his wives and children. कुछ को करियर का रिग्रेट होता है कि हम ये भी कर सकते थे, बट ड्यूटीज एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी की वजह से हम नहीं कर पाए. So that is very true. I think pain of failure, regret is way more than pain of failure. I agree with it, with this statement. And I feel one should always be in present and do what you feel like. Because tomorrow when that opportunity is not there, when the same situations are not there, what you will feel is that you could have done that. But you did not do because your mind did not allow, or you felt that there's something that should not be done. So I think the pain of regret will not happen if you take decisions considering what is happening in the present.
Very much.
So once if you introspect that what in the present capacity I am able to do, that time what you do is something you will not then regret tomorrow. If you do a lot of calculative decisions, thinking from mind, then you might not be happy from inside heart. So that is the reason the regret is followed.
So do you have any regret in your life?
I think professionally no, because in professional life I have thrived so much and I have been always on top, irrespective of challenges, irrespective of challenges, the hardships it demanded. When there are times that I have to do shows in different corners of the city, the timings are like very cut to cut. So irrespective of the hardship it offered me, irrespective of challenges it offered me, I've always been there. So I don't have any regret because I've done everything that I wanted to do in my career. Personally, I think you should. Again, I feel there are a lot of times that you emotionally invest in so many things. So you should know that what is the right time of withdrawal.
Right.
I feel whichever relation that you pick, you should know your boundaries.
Right.
What I regret is at times when you are investing emotionally, you don't set your boundaries. When you don't do that, you are not only wasting your time, which is a big thing. Time is a major thing. You waste your time and you waste your emotions. You pouring the emotions in a cup which has a hole. So it's not even leading there. It is just
your peace is more important than anything else.
Yeah. So I just feel that you should always set some boundaries in life that gives you peace. Someone is destroying your peace. You should take some stand for yourself. There has to be there. You should always strike a balance between selfless and selfish, which is self-loving. Anytime your self-love is hampered with any people around you. I think you are crossing your boundaries. So if I have any regrets, it's something that I should have learned this earlier. That setting boundaries is important part of life.
तो जैसे इसमें अवार्ड्स का होता है, दादा साहेब फाल्के अवार्ड्स भी अभी रिसेंटली मैंने सुना कोई श्रेया शर्मा ने जीता है 2023 में.
Which is what I don't know.
दादा साहेब फाल्के अवार्ड्स फॉर एंकरिंग.
Okay.
तो कोई श्रेया शर्मा है,
हाँ.
वो 2023 में उन्होंने जीता है. तो ऐसा होता है क्या कि एंकरिंग में जो अवार्ड्स एवरी ईयर दिए जाते हैं तो इट इज लाइक समवेयर लाइक कि फिक्स्ड या फिर इट इज लाइक इट इज डिजर्विंग ओनली.
सी ये फ्रेटर्निटीज पे डिपेंड करता है. बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स अवार्ड्स ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं. मैं ये नहीं कहूँगी कि सब ऑर्गेनिक है, मैं ये नहीं कहूँगी कि सब फिक्स्ड है. डिपेंड करता है कौन से जगह पे वो अवार्ड मिल रहा है. कुछ फ्रेटर्निटी के अवार्ड्स ऑर्गेनिक होते हैं, बेस्ड ऑन जर्नी देखे जाते हैं, किस तरीके के प्रोजेक्ट्स किए जाते हैं. तो और ये चॉइस भी बहुत सब्जेक्टिव है. बहुत सारे अच्छे एंकर्स पार्टिसिपेट ही नहीं करते, इसका मतलब वो अच्छे एंकर्स नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. जिन्हें मिला है वो डिजर्व भी करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं है कि वो डिजर्व नहीं करते. तो आई विल, जैसे आमिर खान कभी अवार्ड लेने गए नहीं,
राइट,
और कितने बड़े एक्टर हैं, कितने लोगों को अवार्ड्स मिले हैं, बट अवार्ड्स मुझे नहीं लगता है कि किसी की सक्सेस डिफाइन करता है.
डिफाइन योर
पोटेंशियल. बट हाँ, प्रैक्टिकलिटी ऑफ कोर्स इट्स अ इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ फ्रेटर्निटी. मैं ऐसे अवार्ड्स फंक्शंस में जाती हूँ, बट अवार्ड्स में मैं अपने आप को नॉमिनेट ही नहीं करती हूँ, बिकॉज मेरे हिसाब से मैं ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे शोज कर रही हूँ. बट डेफिनेटली इट विल बी पार्ट इन माय जर्नी इन फ्यूचर. और आई थिंक जहाँ तक आपका सवाल है, तो इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज फिक्स्ड, इट्स नॉट ऑलवेज ऑर्गेनिक. इट डिपेंड्स कि कौन से प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम जा रहे हैं. कुछ जो ट्रू फ्रेटर्निटी के इवेंट्स होते हैं वहाँ पे ऑर्गेनिक अवार्ड्स मिलते हैं. काफी जगहों पे फिक्स्ड होते हैं. मेंबर्स जानते हैं कि कौन सी एंकर्स हमारी टीम वाली है, इन्हीं को जिताया जाए. वैसा भी होता है.
So you are not someone who looks for validation.
I think मतलब वैलिडेशन में आपको सच बताऊं, मुझे लगता है हर किसी को चाहिए होती है. मगर कौन से एरिया में. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि अगर एक अवार्ड मुझे मिल गया तो मुझे और 10 काम जरूर मिलेंगे. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि मुझे अवार्ड नहीं मिला तो मुझे मेरे काम चले जाएंगे. तो आई एम कंटेंट विद और विदाउट इट. दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. You should not feel like कि ये मुझे नहीं है. I don't give any strong negative statements that I will never need any award. Why will I need? I am the best anchor. I need my head. I will not say that statement. Neither will I say that I have received this award. I am the best anchor. With or without it, it doesn't hamper my potential. Okay. It gives me a value add, a good recognition in the industry. But with it, without it, my potential remains same, and my contribution towards my craft remains same, and that's why I'm recognized, is what I feel.
So it was a very nice
Yeah.
experience having a podcast with you, Sharon.
Yeah.
And so many things were being discussed which are
Really
very relevant.
Yeah.
और मेरा यही उद्देश्य था कि जो मैं पॉडकास्ट करूं, it should inspire the youth.
Yeah.
And you are one person who is an epitome of women empowerment.
Thank you so much.
And I'm sure हमारी ऑडियंस को भी बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला होगा, और कहीं ना कहीं ये चीज़ें जानने के बाद वो अपनी लाइफ को बेहतर तरीके से डील कर पाएंगे, चैलेंजेस को फेस कर पाएंगे, एंड इवन इस बात को अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे कि लाइफ में कोई भी सिचुएशन आए लेकिन हमें अपनी गोल्स के साथ स्टिक रहना चाहिए. एंड it is very important to chase your dreams.
That's true.
क्योंकि सोसाइटी और हर जगह से ये आवाज़ ज़रूर आएगी कि वो ही करो जो ट्रेडिशनली होता आया है, लेकिन with examples like you and so many people around, उनको एक मैसेज ज़रूर जाएगा कि when Sharon can do it, I can also.
Definitely.
So thank you once again.
Thank you,
for
Sharon.
giving so much time.
Yeah.
और इसी के साथ हम ये पॉडकास्ट खत्म करते हैं. आई एम श्योर आपको पसंद आया होगा, और फ्यूचर में हम इस तरह के पॉडकास्ट लाते रहेंगे ऐसे ही इंस्पिरेशनल लोगों के साथ जो आपको काफ़ी अच्छा मैसेज भी शो करेंगे और अपने जर्नी से आपको इंस्पायर करेंगे. इसी तरह से आगे के पॉडकास्ट भी देखते रहिएगा, हमसे जुड़े रहिएगा. थैंक यू.